Hey everybody, it's Jack Rabbit. Hold on, sorry. Had to use the actual camera because the laptop's being silly. So, and it's Bren. Alright, so me and Angel here are back. As you can see, person next to me here. And we're going to talk about something. We've talked about plenty. No kissies right now. We've talked about plenty by ourselves and what books we think should be turned into movies or TV shows. Now, some of these have been done before we're going to talk about, but we're just stating our opinions. Because we can. Alright, so first one's up, because it's on the top of the stack. There's a few that we don't have covers for, books for, just because, one, Jack couldn't find them, and two, just couldn't. Alright, we're going to actually start with a kid's book, Warriors, which is about a clan of cats, if I remember correctly.
4 clans of cats.
There you go. She's read these. I have not. She's the expert on them. Pretty much, there's a lot of books in this series. This is not a short series. There's like what? How many books would you say in the series now?
Well, technically, each one has 6 books. They're split up into multiple series.
Yeah, like mini-series, but
yes.
But they're all connected in a certain way, shape, or form.
Yes.
Now, do you think these could be done as movies, or do you think they should be stuck with a TV series?
I would say TV series with how many books there are, because the books themselves are still going.
Yeah, like they're not end. I mean, there's quite a few. We'll just say that quite a few. She doesn't even have them all right now.
No, I have one series completely missing.
Yeah, which we will take care of later. And also, I would say animation, just because of the fact it's cats.
Yes, plus they talk.
Yeah, talking cats. I mean, kids are gonna love it. You know what? Very easily, yeah, kids are gonna love it. It's a kid-friendly series. It's a kid series. It's gonna be fun. But yeah. And next up. Oh, sorry. And the authors, it says Aaron Hunter, but isn't it like multiple authors?
That's a pen name.
Pen name, and multiple people use it?
There are 3 actual authors.
Yeah. I forgot to mention that. And next is the In-Depth series, written by, ironically, another pen name. And it's, because it says J.D. Robb, but it's actually, isn't it like Nora Roberts, if I remember correctly?
Nora Roberts.
Yeah, the In-Depth series. Now, this is not a bad series by any means. Any means of the word bad. I mean, like, this probably, there is some adult content, as we'll call it adult content. I'm trying to be appropriate enough here. This does have some adult content, but it's not bad. It could probably get away with, probably because of the amount of books in the series, because there's, again, quite a few in this one as well.
And it's still going.
I would say it could probably be done as a TV series, because if you don't know about the series, the main character is a police lieutenant, correctly, at the beginning?
Yes, police lieutenant. She was on the fast track of getting captaincy, but there are speculation of, because of who she married in the 3rd book, that the captaincy was withheld from her. But then again, she would probably also decline the promotion in and of itself just by her principles, because captains are, in this series, are more desk jobs than anything else. And
Eve, the main character, is not a desk jockey.
No.
By any means of the word desk jockey.
She will, she loves to go out and actually solve the crimes. Yeah, she's like a hardcore cop.
Yeah, and this is in the future, so it'll be a very cool series. It would definitely have to be TV series.
Yes, it's based. The first one is based in.
Isn't she normally out of Dallas?
No, she's in New York.
New York. There we go. Sorry, I got that wrong.
Hang on, let me see if I can't find the year.
Yeah, but the series could probably get away being on, like, ABC or, station like that. Or even Fox could probably get away with it, too. Because, yes, there is adult content, but even how it is in the series, and she can correct me if I'm wrong here, even the occult content that is in these books is not bad enough to where they could get away with certain things that they would normally do on a PG-13 normal ABC show. Like Grey's Anatomy, 911, you know, shows like that. Would you agree with me there?
Yeah.
So it doesn't have to be love, you know, so it's not too bad. There's another series we're going to talk about later, well, a few series that, yes, they're going to be TV series, but they're not going to be appropriate for ABC. But we will get into that later.
Well, I'm pretty sure that it's based in 2059.
Yeah.
Is what it is for this.
Yeah. So it's futuristic. So it would be a very cool series. It would definitely be a very cool series. Now we're gonna go break away from the books for a little while, just because we can. Next one we're gonna talk about, it's a dual series actually. And she already knows which one I'm gonna talk about. Which is Mortal Instruments and Inferior Devices.
Yes.
Now they've done Mortal Instruments, or Shadowhunters, as they called it for the TV show, as both a TV show and a movie. The movie did not do well, but I thought it was bad. It wasn't too bad, but the TV show, also, it went for 4 or 5 seasons, something like that, but it got very far away from the books. One, because they had to kill off a character that wasn't supposed to be killed off at all. But yeah, again, it could be on like ABC or anything like that, because there's nothing really all that bad for this series. But the reason why I mentioned the Inferior Devices is it's a prequel series to the Mortal Instruments, but one of the characters in that becomes important in the Mortal Instruments series later on. So you need to set him up before that in his own series. You know which character I'm talking about.
Oh, Magnus Bane, yes.
No, not Magnus. The other character that shows up later at the very end of Mortal Instruments.
Oh, Tessa?
Yeah, I think that's right.
Yes, Tessa is basically. I think she was more of an experiment. She technically comes from a family of shadow hunters, but due to being kidnapped and also, I want to say a little bit of experimented on, she does have the ability, if she holds an object in her hand, the impression of the person that it belonged to, she can transform into that person. Whether it be demon, shadow hunter, or regular person.
Yeah. Without going into too spoiler details, she becomes very important at the very end of Immortal Instruments.
Yes.
So she needs to be set up. And there's not as many Inferior Devices books, if I remember correctly.
Inferior Devices only has 3 books.
That's what I thought. And
Mortal Instruments
has like
has
6?
6.
Okay. Yay, Jack was right. It's not very often that I get her book series right. The only reason I know that one is because I've read most of the books. Or at least half of them, at least.
Yeah, you left off at like...
Glass?
City of Glass. There's 3 more after that.
But, so I would, against a TV series, what I would do is I would start with, obviously, Mortal Instruments obviously would have to start first. And then about season 3... or maybe start about season 2, so that way there's a season gap. Do the Inferior Devices books as well. That way you get the full story. Now there's other series, that series actually continues on beyond the Immortal Instruments. But neither one of us has read it. But yeah, so it could become a very long running series for whatever streaming service or television network that picks it up. Which, I know they're always looking for a long-running series, most of the time. So there's that. Alright, back to the books here. And this is going to be a fun one. I'm not even going to tell you guys what this one is, because you guys should already know. Dude, Harry Potter. And yes, we know the books that came out when we were kids. Well, we were about the same age, ironically, as the characters. Because I think the book started in what? The movie started in what? 2001?
Think so.
So I was basically the same age as the characters. which was ironic. But were they bad? The movies, were they bad? No, but they left off, especially in a lot of the later books, they left off a lot of details. So I'm very happy they are making the TV series. I do agree with that. Because they can get into those little details, just those little nuanced details that just the books couldn't get into. The movies couldn't do. The movies just couldn't get into. Now them not showing the Quidditch after the fourth movie? Well, no, technically the third, because they really don't show Quidditch. Yes, they have the scene at the Quidditch World Cup, but it's only them flying. It's not the actual Quidditch itself.
No, in
Wait, no, they show it in
Half Blood Prince.
Yeah, that's right.
They show the tryouts in at least one of the games, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, okay, I stand corrected there. But yeah, still books.
But Order of the Phoenix, I believe they did. I don't know if they showed the one.
No, they don't, because they don't show the scene where Malfoy gets punched in the mouth by Harry.
Yes.
I know it, which was very important.
Or Harry getting kicked off the team because of that due to Umbridge.
Yes, we won't get started in Umbridge. Okay, so on to the next book, because that one really doesn't really get much detail. And next one up, we're going to bring it up. I'm sorry, everybody. Don't hate me for this, but good old Twilight. She loves her Twilight books.
Yes, and I love
Yes.
the author, the host, the book
Yeah, the host as well.
I
Which-
finished like that in one day.
Yes, she has. I've seen her do it. Alright. Now, those I agree with being in movies. I mean, I don't think there's enough details in those books that was skipped at all when they did the movie.
Not necessarily, no.
So, the movies were fine. The added detail in the last book, which I know which a lot of people got mad about the battle, let's be honest, the battle was the better call. Because just showing Alice, if I remember the character's name,
Yes.
touching the lead bad guy's forehead to show him the vision.
No, it was a handshake.
Handshake, okay, thank you. The handshake of what would happen in the battle if it actually happened. Let's be honest, that's anticlimactic.
Yes, and the only other person who would actually know what the vision was about, aside from Aro, would have been Edward.
Yeah.
Because he can't control his mind reading, so he would have been able to also mind read his sister Alice's mind while showing the vision to Aro.
Which the movies didn't really get into that too much, but that's okay. Hope you don't mind if I put those books on the floor for a little bit. Oh wait, books are on the floor over there.
Yeah, there's already books over there.
Alright. So yeah, movies were fine for them. They were fine. And the battle scene was warranted because, sorry, but the actual ending was kind of anticlimactic. We need the more climactic ending. Let's be honest. Alright, next one. The book I'm about to show is not the first book in this series. It's just the only one. The lovely girl sitting next to me here, who I love dearly, happens to own an actual book form. Which is Styx. It's in the Dark Hunter series. Again, this is another series that, one, adult content, so, we're not going to get about into too big of details of the characters or anything like that, but, one, there's adult content, so it's not going to be safe for, like, ABC or anything like that, so it's definitely going to have to be on, like, a streaming service, or, I would say Stars, but really Stars has really gone downhill in the last few years, and I don't think a lot of people want to pay for Stars anymore.
I would maybe suggest HBO.
Or even HBO. They'd probably put it, if HBO did it, they'd probably put it on Max. You know, just the safest spot for it. But, adult content, so it wouldn't be a child-appropriate series. One of the reasons why we're not going to go into a whole lot of details about it, because it's not really a child-appropriate series.
I will say this, instead of future, it will go from past
Past to present.
Past to present.
Yeah. It would be a very interesting series as a TV series. There's too many books, again, with a lot of details to do a,
Jack,
what?
I will say this, maybe with Astron's book and Styx's book, they might, this is just my opinion, they may try and do a combo of their books together as a movie.
Because aren't they like cross story basically?
Yes, they are cross stories.
Acheron is just and Styx are basically told the same story, but one is from Acheron's point of view, one is from Styx's point of view.
Yes.
So pretty much, yeah,
And
those could be just be one book.
Acheron, he is a little biased when it comes to his brother. He thought that Styx had this perfect life as a prince.
Yeah,
And
and he definitely did not.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, we won't go into those details. One, because they're not really child appropriate, and two, because of... Yeah, we're just not going to go into details, so you can go check these books out for yourself. Alright, the last one we have the actual book for. Again, I'm sorry people, but I will show this. Vampire Diaries. I've never read these books, but I did get this book signed by, Ian Smallholder, though, for this one.
The actor who plays Damon.
Damon Salvatore. Now, I do agree with them doing a TV series, because there's a lot of books in this series, isn't there?
Yes.
Or quite a few.
And the first couple are combined into 2 books. Well, 2 books into one, basically.
Yeah. But with them supposedly being vampires, they're not really supposed to age. So, You definitely need to get them done relatively
fast.
Or cast them young and get it done pretty quick. TV show would probably be your better bet, because with movies, the turnaround with them is not always best. I would say it probably should be on, just like it was, CW, ABC, something like that, because that way they're not...
But make sure the directors or whoever writes the scripts gets the characters correct.
Yeah, she was a little upset with the casting. We are not going to go into that. That will be another video another time.
Yeah. Main character in the book's blonde and blue-eyed.
Yes, we know. This will be done in another video. As promised, honey. Okay? That will be another video. Which will not be shot today, but that will be done. Here's her complaint about that.
That and Secret
series.
Circle.
Yes. We will go into that in another video. That's another video coming from us down the way. Not today. Okay, so last up is the Anita Blake series. Which, does that really have a series name? Like In Depth does? Or is it Anita Blake is fine? With being said like that.
Yeah, just Anita Blake. I'm pretty sure. Hang on.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just Anita Blake. She'll look that up real quick while I talk real quick. So, again, I'm going to say now, TV series for sure, because it's a lot of books. Now, the author does have another series, the Meredith Gentry books, which probably could get away with being a movies. I mean, you'd have to shoot them relatively quickly, because, the characters aren't supposed to age that much throughout the series.
Okay, the actual series name is Anita Blake Vampire Hunter.
Okay, so Anita Blake, basically. Okay.
Yes.
And, yeah, Meredith probably had a pseudonym on her name too, but, we're not going to go into Meredith too much here, but yeah, I would say TV series. Again, it's both these series, I'm going to say it now, adult content, we'll just say it like that, to where it could not be, could not be done on, like, ABC or anything like that, because you can't get away with, cutting away at a certain point. These you kind of have to show the, adult content, we'll just say it like that. I'm trying to say it without, getting into too big details, even though someone over here probably wants to go into details. And both of these series, I believe both of these series, you run into, how do I want to say this?
What?
Sweetie?
What?
How do I want to say this? Where it's more than one person situations. I think you borrowed that book.
Poly thing.
Yeah. Multiple people situation. With adult content. I'm not going to use the actual name because, okay.
Just to let you know, there are 30 books out altogether for Anita Blake.
Yeah, so TV show for sure. And you could probably maybe 1 or 2 books a season maybe? To cut it down a little bit?
Probably.
Yeah, because there's not a lot of crossover in the books. but there's probably ways you could tie them over. Like, the first 3 books are, when it comes to the adult content, are very light. Well, no, not the first 3 books. First, 6 books? When does that certain thing, I'm not going to say what it's called because kids might look it up. When does that come into play?
That comes into play with, I think within like the 5th book.
Okay, so yeah. So, for the first, 5 books, it's not so bad. But this is with both, Meredith Gentry deals with Fae, and that culture there, which is really cool. And then, Anita, as you could tell by the name of the actual series, Vampire Hunter, deals with...
Mainly vampires.
Mainly
yes.
vampires.
But there is werewolf shapeshifters. There's also... let's see.
We're not going to get into too big of details here. There's other magical creatures. We'll just call them that.
Oh, and I looked up how many books in the In Death series is.
Yeah.
60.
60. Oh, wow. Yeah, they definitely have to double up with that one. I mean, that would be quite a few books.
Yes, and I only have like 27 on ebook form.
Yeah. Alright, well, we're going to let you go here. I mean, pretty much a lot of these would probably have to end up being TV series just because of details. Some you could get away with movies. Most of them, yeah, the details-wise are going to have to be, bothered up. And thank this sweet, cute one for showing up. She doesn't come around too often, but she was here, even while she's working on something else at the same time. And the next video on the channel, at least with me involved, will be a massive wrestling figure unboxing, which may end up being multiple videos. Just because we're going to go over a lot of details. But yeah. So we'll catch you guys all later. Peace. Hey, it worked.